Alright, hello. How is everybody doing here? How we doing there, Amanda? How we doing the Oofa Taffy? How we doing, Citrus? How are you guys? How are you? Let's read a little of this chat here. Boombaclot, yes. Off-road climbing vehicle with Citrus 14. Nice. Alright, very cool. Alright, so just trying to think of what I wanted to work on. I think I might screw around with a new container loader for Tethys. I like the old one, but it's currently not working great. So I think I want to work on something. So we'll go ahead and we'll play with this. So one notion I kind of had was a joining little vehicle that it had two axles essentially, and one would slide rearward. The main issue I have with the way the devs set this container up is this is how I think the devs should have made the container. So this is what they should have done with the container as far as I'm concerned. To go like this and put grippers all along the bottom here like that. That's how I think they should have done it. I understand probably why, because you'd have to power, you'd have to make these, program these to work and lock. So I get that, but the problem is these are 2 blocks tall, so it's a pain in the ass. The other ones are 1 block tall, so it makes it tough to do what, need to do to get it operating properly. But let's go ahead and we'll see what we can do. So the current system, it wasn't working yesterday, so I want to get that working. So I'm trying to think of the best system. So kind of like what I'm thinking, let's bring up paint here real quick and I'll kind of show you what I mean. What I want to build, so kind of playing with this idea for a little while here, so we'll go ahead and we'll just take a pick of that. We'll bring it over into paint and I'll work on it. All right, so if we look at it here, what I was thinking is have essentially a vehicle that would have some wheels. And when it's sitting in front of it, it would have its wheels. And then it would have 2 axles, and essentially it would go and it would get underneath it, and then this axle would split, and this wheel would go back toward the rear, and then this one would stay to the front. So something like that. It's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah, that's going to probably, hopefully, be a little bit more consistent, but we'll see. So the problem is, lifting this onto it. And the other thing is these connectors are in line with the tracks. So that makes that a pain in the ass as well. Let's play with the one I have currently, and we'll see what the consistency rate is on it. Maybe I can just make it better, but, for a long time this was working fine, and then for some reason it's not, so. Yeah, that's one good thing that the devs did a while ago was they made the containers more reasonable in weight, because they used to be too heavy. All right, so like the way this works is, let me make sure infinite electricity's off. It is okay. So the way this works is grab this. It needs to be channel 6. All right, so this would, it's backwards at the moment, so. All right, so we get lined up with the container. The arm would go all the way forward. It's important to get this lined up correctly, or else it won't work correctly. It's very picky because it's so small that it really, it's kind of it has to be pretty precise. So then it comes over, and because that arm's so far out, it can tip it, and then you would come back. You slide back on this to get it as close as possible. Okay. And then see, now it's going to lift it. Okay. So see, now it's working fine. All right. And then you would press 3 and disconnect it. And then you inchworm it. So you go back like this. I think 4. Yep, 4. And then it inchworms under. So it works well. It's just, it's a little bit iffy sometimes. All right, and then like that's right where we want to be. So we press 4, and now it locks on, and now we can drive this. So might just stick with this one because the problem is, to get the container up a little bit's a pain in the ass, and to keep it pretty compact. So this is, we'll probably work with this because it can be a big pain in the ass to make a new one, I think. See what the music's looking like here. Music all right for you guys? Let that fix. I'm just going to check my sound settings here. All right, there we go. So, I don't know. We might stick with this. Because the biggest thing is the ability to lift it on is really what's most challenging, is to get it to lift. I could look at the lifting mechanism on this. Okay. Yeah, I'll turn up just a hair. Because the sound of the music is different for me than it is for you guys. So it's... All right, let's see if I can just increase the strength of this a little bit. So currently we have the 2 pivots there. I'm not happy with how these linear tracks try to run off the track. Tried a bunch of things to get them to stop doing that, but they don't want to not do that. So let's see, what gear ratio? It's got to be a 1-to-1 is going to be strongest. Let's see about that. Let's play with gear ratios, see if we can get that going, and then I'm going to go ahead and... All right, I had it. Shit, I should have just kept it with the container. Let's just grab the container again. Okay, and then we want that. All right, let's just cut the container. And we'll move it in front of it. Oh, you son of a bitch. I knew that was going to happen. I knew I was going to miss it by 1. There we go. Okay. Stick that in front here. All right, let's try with a new gear ratio, see if we get more consistent results. Just has a little bit of inconsistency, which I'd like to work out of it, so. See, like, it wants to do phantom physics there because it wants to move, because it hits the end of the tracks and it still wants to move, so that's kind of a pain in the ass. But, there we go, okay. There we go, okay, so now we want to pull it in. Why, okay, 3 maybe? Do I have 3 pressed? There we go, okay. And then again, because I can't do the amount of controls I want on the remote, it's a pain in the ass, you know, because if I could do some of the stuff I can do on a chair, it'd be much better. All right, so that looks like that's a little bit better. Might run just a lower gear ratio on it. Yeah, maybe reinventing the wheel on this. See how it tries to run the linear tracks off track? That sucks, and I don't like that. Maybe we'll try to solve for that problem, but... Alright, so that... Alright, and then so that's good. So, I don't know, get a little bit more consistent. It's consistent now. I was having issues with it yesterday, so I was going to have to redesign this, so... Maybe we can just go with this. I think it'll be alright, because this is pretty compact, and it's, takes a lot of balancing work to get that to work correctly, so... Okay, music better copy. Yeah, so let's play with this, and let's get the... I'll go back, and I'll just change the setting on this, and see if that will be... I'll be happy with that. All right, let's see if I can control for these. So the linear tracks, once they hit the end, they want to go asymmetrical. I don't know if there's much I can do with that. Really isn't, I don't think. Can't double track it there. Could double track it here. I don't know, let's leave it like it is. I don't want to screw with it too much. All right. So let's work on that crane. That crane is unfortunately not where I want it to be. So let's work on that. All right. So let's see. First thing, what do I want to do? Yeah. Let's try something here. So let's try this first. So let's go like that. Okay. So I'm having issues where the magalls will go through the ground, and then it will just be all sorts of do some instability stuff that I'm not happy with. So start with this and see if these friction pads will keep it from going into the ground. So let's try that. And I kind of want to put the crane from Tethys on here. This isn't bad, but that one's better. Infinite electricity. So these are kind of going asymmetrically. All right, so that, for some reason, in here it's fine. So let's, that's weird what it's doing. Okay, see if I can get rid of them again. Yeah, so outside it was sinking on the ground, but let's see. All right. All right, so it has a different base in here sitting on this. All right, so let's do this. Let's go ahead and let's load it up again. Let's see what it is. It is mobile crane backup. So I'm going to go ahead and I want to XML grip the tires. So let's fix it first. So we'll go ahead and we'll grab the tires. Let's do grip is all set to 99s all around, I think. 99, 99. Okay, good. So that's all set. So it's mobile crane backup. Mobile crane backup right there. Okay. So this is, we'll go ahead and do Control F. We'll look for grip factor 0.099. Find next. Okay, good. We have one. We're going to go replace. And instead of a 2 for my construction vehicles, I'll usually do a 5. Especially, this only has 4 tires, so it doesn't have that much tire on there, so it's not going to have a ton of grip. So grip these way up. Replace all. Okay, and then I want to copy this. We're going to do find, Control V, find all in current document. There should be 4 hits. Okay, good. So we're good. So that should be A-okay. Let's go ahead and we'll reload it. All right, good. Let's spawn it and let's drive around a little bit. It was having grip problems before. This should help out with grip. So. All right, nice. So that's working fine. It just needs to be way down. It needs to be down geared. Oh, really? Citrus? Okay. Yeah, I'll take a look at the grips. I'll take a look at that later. I'll just do some off-screen testing and see what's consistent. I couldn't remember which direction was which. All right, let's look at these. 5.2. So if we go to the reverse gear here, it's pointing away from the engine, which is a down gear. So the higher this number is, we bring all the ratios down. So by doing that, I brought all the ratios down. I think it was a 2-1. So now it's a 3-1, so it should bring them down quite a bit. You know, again, remember in game that we have the ability to slip the tires in a high gear, which isn't all that realistic. You know, you wouldn't be able to slip the tires in a high gear in real life. It would stall. But in game, we can. So. All right, much better. There we go. All right, perfect. So that's the nice thing with like follow the gearing tutorial. By having essentially the third gearbox and the fourth gearbox allow me to either raise or lower the entire set of ratios. And that makes it really easy that, oh, this was too highly geared, just move one gearbox, and then everything is still, the spacing is the same. It just brings the entire set of ratios down, the entire range of ratios. So like, here's a full heavy turn at full speed. It's starting to stall. We'll start bringing the gear down like we should, and perfect. So nice. So we're having some p-value issues, it sounds like, but we'll fix that. All right, so good. That's helpful. Let's bring this back. Nice. All right, so that's the next thing we want to work on is that. All right, one thing I was annoyed with yesterday trying to work the crane was, let's see. I didn't like the speed of extension retractions, so let's see. So rotation pitch, linear tracks right here. So linear tracks are going 0.1. So let's make them 0.25s. All right, there we go. That should extend a little bit quicker. It was just too slow on the extension. I was making it a chore to do anything. So, so the way this works is once I've gone to, once I have put down the supports like I'm doing now, they don't have to be all the way down, but once they go down, it allows it to go into crane mode. If not, it's in drive mode. So that's better. That's better extension speed. See how it's like it's going underground, and then I have to reset them to get them to grab. So there's a couple things I need to work on with the supports. There we go. So like that's how it should be. All right. So that's much better on the speed here. Yeah, see, it just went to fuck around with those supports. All right, but that's better on that speed. All right, nice. So I have a feeling I'm going to need this crane quite a bit more. All right, let's see. Try to decide if I want to nix this crane and put in the Tethys crane. So let's go ahead and save this. All right, that's at least a little bit better. Let's go look at Tethys crane, and I need to do a measurement on it anyway. Let's measure this one first. So this one has a total about 33. Tethys is 3-stage, that's 2-stage. So we kind of need to measure from here to there. That is 31, so that actually will fit just fine. All right, so let's go ahead and... I like Tethys' controls better. This Tethys came after that crane, so... Alright, so we cut that, and then I want the controller for it. So, what are you, right here? Just this one, I think? Yep. What's that? Counterweight. Okay, yep. So it's just this. So if you cut them, they keep their connections. That's why I cut them instead of just... That's why I cut them instead of, you know, just moving them. Or copying them, rather. Alright, and then let's see what else is hooked to this. That's gripper control and stuff, so that's fine. Alright, good. And then this is all set up for all the attachments and everything, so that's good. That's kind of why I wanted to switch over to this system. You know, kind of thought about some of the things I wanted on this a little bit more afterward. Alright, I think that's everything. That everything? Yep, okay. Alright, nice. And then let's grab the... Let's get out of this. We're in the sea base here. Let's go over here again. There was a crane in Tarkov that I wanted to make at some point, too. So that'd be kind of cool. It'd be a different type of crane for, like, more heavy operations. Alright, so let's grab Tethys' crane. And then this can get extended. All right, and then we will go ahead and get rid of a bunch of this crapola. All right, good. So that's pretty good. And then let's fix all this shiza. All right, and then these were, those are the locks here, so the locks can come out. I think I lock it somewhere else on this one, so get out of there, you. Get out of there, devil. All right. All right, so there we go, there. And then let's extend it. So I need to, let's see, I think I should be able to chop it anywhere. Let's kind of put it in. We'll see where it can go. Oh, it's going to be too wide, isn't it? Shit. Oh, no, that's just that's the pivots. So that's fine. I can get rid of the pivot parts. Because it has a different pivoting system in here, so that's fine. I can get rid of those. Okay. And that's the base. Actually, just cut out the base for now. All right, so it could go an extra, let's see, where do we want to place this? Right there, so let's go right there. All right, and so we're talking 1, 2, 3, 4. It can go 4 longer. So, all right. I should be able to cut this anywhere in here. Let's go. Nope, I don't want to cut it there, do I? Nope. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then this needs to be. I'm doing dual track, so I need that on top. Okay. And then this is going to be there. Okay, gripper goes like this. I'm going to probably have to put in the brakes on those. Okay, and then this will go like so. All right, nice. All right, and then I got to merge a bunch of this stuff up. So let's do merge that with that. All right, and then this needs to merge with that. And then, oh, why are they separate now? You suck. All right. Okay. Pink is merged. Okay, that's merged fine. All right. All right, so that looks good. Let's go ahead and try to slot that in. All right, and we might have some clipping problems here, but we'll fix that in a minute. Why won't that attach? It's not touching there, that's why. Okay. Why won't that friggin' attach? There we go. Friggin' finally. Okay. Let's see, we need seat. Okay, so I need to work on. It looks like something that is not connected on there, so I need to work on that. All right, what's up with the merge here? Something didn't merge right. See, I thought the colors were right, and then they're not. That didn't get merged, and that made the whole friggin' thing flop apart. All right, let's see what's controlling the linear tracks. Where's linear tracks here, guy? Right there. Right there is linear tracks there. Extender tract. We need to make sure that gets set up correctly. So extender tract is composite 1 off the base station, which is the seat. Okay, so that's why I was using 1, 2. So that needs to change to 1, 2 because... actually, no. Let's fix it. Yeah, let's change it to 1, 2 because it controls steering as well. So let's just do this 1, 2. Make sure the seat's configured for this. It should be already. Okay. So this is going to have a longer reach. So this is a 3-stage crane, and the original crane was a 2-stage crane. So much longer reach on this now. All right, let's fix some of the decoration points here. Okay, that can go. Can it? It can. Okay, that's fine. All right, let's measure this with the old pinky block. I'll check chat in a second, guys. I'm just making good progress on this. So 29. So 15. Okay. So that's makes that even. Evens, okay. That looks too sparse there, I think. Alright, perfect. So that's good. We got that redone. It's good. So that should have a pretty good reach now. Let's check some chait. How's it going, Aaron? Good to see you. How's it going, Zachy? Not too much. Just did a tiny bit of work on the container mover. Now I'm just working on the crane, putting Tethy's boom on the crane. Did you not see it? Okay, so first thing you want to do when you're editing XML grip is you want to click on the tires. I can't do it with this one. You click on the tires. I make them 0.99, 99%. That just makes it easy to find. Then you want to go into the XML, which I've already done. You can watch the video back, too. I just did it, Amanda. And then you come in here and you open up the XML on it, and you'll want to search for grip factor. You can do 0.99 or not. If you search for grip factor, you'll get your grip factors here. So here's my grip factor 5. I copy all of that. Then I go into replace, and I replace whatever the grip factor was. So it'll be grip factor 0.99, and then I put in the grip factor that I want, and I do replace all, and then it replaces them all. So you're just changing that grip factor number to make it higher. So it'll go from 0.99 to whatever you want. So I put 5 on this. All right, let's see. Supports are sucking right now, and I need better supports. So I could do the supports from. I was trying to keep these supports simple, but kind of being a pain in the ass. Let me look at their color real quick. Let's do this. Let's merge these up. See if we get better performance. So they'll move as one unit. Let's go back. So these are tied together now. So could use the fire truck support system too. Alright, so I think I'm going to redo these supports. So let's see. Where's the mag all going right there? Are these all going to the same spot there? They are, okay. Alright, so that could be a problem. I should probably not merge them together, but now I can't really screw with them, so. See if I have a backup of it. Let's try this one. Trying to get them just before the merge. Okay, this one's just before the merge. So what I think I'm going to do is when the magalls connect, it will stop the pivot, so. Alright, so let's find where that is. So here's supports right there. Nope, where the hell is it? Where are they going? Right here. Okay, so this is right here, crane. Alright, let's play with this. Alright, linear tracks, gripper brakes, rotation supports. Alright, so we just want to play with supports. And then rotation, pitch, all the shit can go now. Alright, let's go ahead. I'm just going to rewrite this panel because we don't need that anymore. Just going to rewrite the panel. So this will be the panel for the for the pivots. The supports, rather. Supports. All right, let's see. So we have 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Port front. All right. This one's going to be starboard front. All right. This one's going to be port rear. And this is going to be starboard rear. All right. Port front magall. Starboard front magall. Port rear magall. Starboard rear magall. All right, so when they connect, it will shut them off, and then I need magalls. All right, so let's see. We want to do. I need for now seat. It's gonna end up being panels, but I'll do seat for now. So I want to reread number 3. It's gonna trigger the magalls. All right, and then we want an up-down counter. What up-down counter there is, okay. 0.005, enabled 0 to 1. All right. That's going to be 2. Let's line these up. So port front, starboard front, port rear, starboard rear. Okay. So that's good. And then this is going to go there. So port. Is that how I have it set up? Nope. Fronts, rears. Okay. All right. So if we have 3 ands, so we need some ands. So if it's let's do Boolean. So X and not Y. So when the magalls connect, I want them to stop lowering, essentially. All right, so let's work with this for now. Starboard front. Starboard rear. Port rear. Magulls all around. Okay, and this one's going to be starboard rear. Make sure I plug it in the right spot there. Nope, fuck. I just dicked that up. First pitch. Okay. Starboard rear goes right there. Port rear goes where? Port rear. Port front. Starboard front. Okay, let's try that. See if that runs better. Okay, what the fuck? Oh, I didn't put in the stop command. Why would it keep going? They're definitely too fast. Okay, so that's one, and then what's the dealio here? Get a Magall connection. So it should stop increasing. It might have just been the speed at which it was doing. They kind of had a momentum of their own. And then, not a Nora, not. Thanks. Okay. Let's see if it was the speed that caused that issue or not. There we go. All right, yeah, it was the speed. They were just going too fast. So as soon as they connect, they should stop moving down. That way, if we're on uneven terrain, it should, see, they can go at different rates depending on the terrain. So that's kind of why I'm doing that. And then... okay, so I need to fix this. All right, what the hell's going on with the driving mode? All right, so let's go into, where's the crane controller? Right there. All right. So what we'll do is we'll add a node in here. Okay, we can do it up the seat. So if the seat is 3 yaw. So where's on off? So what we want to do here is if 3 is selected, which is the supports, that's what's going to allow this. All right, these can go. That can go. All right. Get rid of a bunch of stuff in here. So we can get rid of garage door lock, garage door, winch door lock, winch door, container brakes, winch 2, on, off. Okay. These 2 can go. 2 winch. Okay, that's fine. Crane panels, crane lock release, winch 1, winch down, winch up, winch 1 on, off. Okay, pitch, extend, retract. Yeah, okay, that's good. I gotta move a bunch of crap around here, which means I need to retail everything, so. All right, so that's done, and then if we press 3, okay, so that will go like this. The numerical switch box. So there's essentially a driving mode and there's a non-driving mode. So when it is in driving mode, these will just be centered. I don't want to slam in a position like that. That's the problem. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll do a lockout instead. For now, I'll just leave it. All right, see if everything's working. I think yaw was not working for a second there, so I gotta check that. All right, awesome. Now nothing's working. What the fuck? Oh, because I didn't reconnect everything. That'll be why. All right. I moved nodes, so a bunch of stuff's gonna be non-connected. Crane lock release. I have no lock on this right now. Winch up. Okay. Hitch. Yaw. Okay. Extend retract. Winch 1 on off. Okay, winch 1 I believe is on this side. What's that attached to? Okay, they're still connected to shit. Winch down. Winch 1 on off. Okay, and then this is winch 2 on off. That stayed connected. Okay, good. Crane lock release. I don't have the lock on there right now. All right, let's test it. Oh, this undid all my friggin' detailing work, so I gotta go back and do the detailing work. Ugh, that sucks. All right. Yaw is way too slow. We'll speed that up. Okay. All right. Now let's fix the detailing work on this. That sucks. Whatever. I'll fix it. Okay. It's 5, okay. Screw that. That's just gonna take me more time to do it that way. That needs to go up instead, okay. Wow, come on, DPI, why did you so high right now? The wrong way? Can't tell which way. Down. Okay. Alright, because that's fixed. Let's save this version. Alright, let's test the rotation on this. That's better. Okay. It's gonna hit that microcontroller, but it's working. These are always iffy. Sometimes these get stuck, the linear tracks. You gotta just, like... You gotta just force it in and out and try to get it to go sometimes. They will get hung up and stuck. They're slipping around and they're hitting the collision of the other blocks, so nothing you really do with that. You should have a good long reach here. There we go. Those are better now. Second one I didn't hook up, so I need to hook up the second one. Okay, and let's go ahead and where's the second linear track? Right here. Okay. Where are we at here? Extend retract right there. All right, let's move this so this is out of the way. All right, good. So this will have all the same attachments that the one on Tethys has, which is convenient. So, all right. There's all those modular attachments. All right, good. So let's save this, and then I think we'll take a break with the crane. But that's good. Good progress on that. Able to get kind of some of the stuff done that I needed to on that, and we can use it for stuff. How's it going there, Chuck? How are you? Let's catch up with some chat. That's good. New flywheels. Oh, shit. Why didn't you grab... Oh, additive. That's why. All right, yeah, so at least a little bit of work's done on this crane. This crane's in a more usable state. It's not fan-friggin-tastic, but it's not bad either, so... usable at the moment, so that's good. Let's go ahead and save real quick, and then... see what else we want to work on here. Let's go ahead and we'll boot up the regular game. I don't know really what I want to work on yet, so let's go do a little bit of the career game, and if I feel like building something again, we can come back and build. But it's good to get some of that crane done because especially with the refueling operation, I need that crane from time to time, so it's good to have it. I plan on going over the Q&A. I'm pretty much going to just rewatch, my video and then go over some of the answers. What the fuck? Come on. So something is grabbing that should not be grabbing. What is doing that? Okay, that's not good. All right, let's load it up again, see what's happened. If this happens, I'm just going to... trying to think, what would be grabbing that? It's got to be something that... it's two blocks colliding into one another, so I'm trying to think what blocks could be colliding into one another. There's really nothing. It's got to be on the crane. Interesting. If it does it again, we can just despawn it and I'll fix it. So it's definitely the crane grabbing that does this. You can hear it grab. That's the only thing that I think... You can see the crane going nuts too. So let's see what we can do here. Let's go... Player damage is off. Vehicle damage is off, so it won't damage anything. I need to get on this, and I need to grab the handle to get that to disconnect. So generally, like, when games do this, it's like two immovable objects are touching one another, and that's when you get this problem. It's highly unlikely I'm able to grab the the handle. I need to grab the handle for the crane because that will disconnect it. See if it gets up against the dock. I might be able to stop it. You know, when games do this, it's usually two immovable objects are occupying the same space, and that's why they freak the frig out, is because it's trying to put two objects in one space, and the physics can't figure it out, so what to do, it screws out. Alright. Trying to think what could be grabbing on that crane. So something is grabbing on the crane. It did it on the reload, but it did not do it now. So it did not do it this time. Let's see. I'm trying to. I have no place to stand here to check it, but I'm trying to check the lock on this because you can hear the lock go, and then it goes nuts. So it's likely the lock on this is grabbing. And it's forcing two blocks into one another, and then the physics freaks out. So, likely I gotta work on the lock, but, okay. So let's bring this back in the workbench. What is this? Alright, so that's put away. Let's go down there and see what's over here. Yeah, so something is glitching into something else, so keep that in mind. We have plenty of fuel. We lost a negligible amount of fuel, so I'm not really concerned about that. That's 380,000. Okay, we have plenty of money. So let's see, what do we want to do here? Let's get Tethys out again. So this is the lock right here on the crane. So I don't know what that's causing problems for. I don't know, we'll have to see. But I would assume it's that's causing the issue. All right, let's go ahead and we'll put a couple of these microcontrollers underneath here. Started a little bit thinking of what I wanted to do to finish up the nav system, so I might do it completely analog. I kind of like that, but I might do a Lua panel too. I haven't decided. I want this to kind of be old school. I prefer that. It's much more engaging, you know. A lot of the automation lets you run with smaller crews, you know, and I do like the engaging nature of it. And I've been meaning to fix this for some time. Let's grab that, cut that. All right, that's in. All right, so let's steam Tethys down to FJ. Kind of didn't want to take all the diesel, but whatever, we'll just take it. That's the only thing I can think of that was causing that. Let's see what the slowdown is. Likely it's a... it's not SV environment. It's not terrible. Let's see, what is this up? It's physics join, PHY join, whatever that is. I'm not sure what that is. But that is what's doing the most right now. It's not bad either. We're still getting 30-something frames. So. All right, let's go ahead and we'll program in FJ. And then I need to fix GPS works, but when I go radio, it's not working right. So I need to fix the radio link on there. All right, so we're just waiting for all this to spin up. All right, once we do that, we'll be able to go down south. Maybe grab a frog, do a mission. Yes, I'm going to use Tethys to move a bunch of fuel, so I want to kind of fill the different bases with some diesel. So I want to make little trips from base to base. That way I can kind of get some diesel moved around. We might do... might put Tethys on. I don't think Tethys has a keep active block yet, so Tethys needs that. And then once Tethys gets the keep active block, we'll be able to do that. Are we warming up here? We are. Okay, we're warming up here. So, okay, there's boiler pressure going up. There we go. Piston RPM's coming on now. All right, so we're going to start turning the port here with asymmetrical thrust. There we go. Coming up on port now. I gotta make sure I put a keep active on this, then this will be ready to be left. But shouldn't take us that long to get down there. See what the course line. I want to make sure my course line's not cutting through an island here. I think we should be pretty good. Yeah, we're pretty good there. We'll miss the island. So, all right. So the crane didn't lock. That's interesting. The crane's supposed to lock in position. See, it just freaked out. So I'm thinking that's what happened there. Was the crane that quickly came on the lock. So I got to look at the lock on this and see why it's misbehaving. Okay. So let's kind of go over some of the rooms in here. So we have the winch room. This needs lighting, so we'll have to do that at some point. This is going to be probably galley, maybe. I'm thinking galley there. That's one of the staterooms. There's another one there. Kind of light on staterooms. Might put more crew quarters down here. This is the drone controller. This is the front garage, the bow garage. This is the main garage. All this level needs lighting. Engineering in here. Then the next level's pretty small. You have a head in here. There's the helideck. Full walk around here. This is the crane control for the bow garage. And then bridge up here. And then the rear deck for the bridge. So need fire nozzle controls need to go in. So one thing I was thinking is putting a 2x2 navigation monitor here. I'd have to go through Lua and get all that done. But, you know, the So that's going to go there. Autopilot master control here. Bearing panel and stuff there. This is, we put on our nav lights. This needs to be filled out at some point, but this is all of our ballast water. And fuel, no. So fuel is probably going to go here. This is ballast water. That's going in. This is pretty much, this is all electric, so batteries, voltage, master breaker. This is generators, SWATs. Harbor gen I have yet to put in, but this is going to be all harbor gen stuff. Diesel furnace is all the furnace controls here. As you can see, this is all my RPMs. Piston RPMs and propeller RPMs. We have knots speed and knots heading, and depth is pretty deep out here. It's about 300 meters under us right now. Feet, 300 feet. And then this will be more systems or displays here. Drive controls here. So we can do more operation stuff here. So we can do fire nozzles off of some of these too. So thank you, big man. Good to see you. So something I'm thinking, like when I got close to that crane, watch what happens. See the crane? Watch what happens when I get close to it. That's what I'm thinking is causing problems. Yeah, you can see the crane's not happy, so I need a different locking mechanism on there because it is it's not happy with this. You can see it's pissed. So it needs probably at least a second lock to get that to behave itself. So that's probably what the problem is. So let's go ahead and jump on. Let's lock it in the rear position. So it has a rear position lock as well. It should, unless I took it back out. All right, so yep. So now it's locked in the rear position. It's happier in the rear position. So that should be able to, that might not want to sit next to a container there. We'll see. But it's happier in the rear position than it is in the side position. It's got too much forces acting against it. It's like trying to push it back. And then we have auto red lights at night. So I need lighting in the stairwells. There's the refinery island. I think we got a good like 12,000 liters of diesel on us. So we'll go down there and we will probably go check on the diesel progress at the refinery. I need to put a keep active block on this and figure out why this is bitching at me. Let us see. I think I would like to build something, but you know, just finishing Frog, I was getting this kind of slump after I finish something. I don't know what I want to work on next. Trying to do stuff we need for Tethys. So Frog was important. We're gonna keep the old skiff. That was working fine. Not my favorite. The helicopter could use a little bit of work. Got the crane worked on. Did a tiny bit of work on that little container mover, so that can be utilized at some point. We're about 7 minutes out here. The mushroom will fit on the helipad here. So that can be used for rescues as well. It'd be kind of cool to work on some drone stuff. I want to do a bunch of drones for Tethys. It will work with the same drone control that's on Triton too, so they'll both be able to work off that. So that's kind of some things I'd like to work on, but I'm just like trying to figure out like what's interesting. Like a little car build for some reason has been kind of speaking to me. Turn the music up a little bit while we're just cruising. Music kind of distracts me when I'm trying to think out a logic problem, but when we're just cruising, it's good to have the music. Somebody was showing some cool mech pictures on Discord, and that was kind of like, ooh, a container moving mech would be kind of cool, but then it'd be a pain in the ass to spawn it in there. You'd have to use the add-on to get it in and out. Let's check the old Discord, see what people are sharing for their builds. Let's do that. It's kind of good when we're cruising to go through. So we've got Aiken doing a Stuka run. That's cool. Always like the old Stuka. We got the old Faffy J moving the astronauts. What looks like some sort of Hummerized American vehicle. I know he was talking about it being a huge American vehicle. Citrus with cats. Yep, moon pools there. Got a cool fishing out of moon pool. There's mine. Got a helicopter cap with his protuberance in the bottom of his fishing boat there. Downstairs, got a container. A VTOL. I've been watching JD's little truck camper here. That's kind of cool. I like that. It's a cool little steamship. I don't know if it's steamship, but it looks like a steamship. But yeah, I like this little... oh, it's a bus. Okay, I didn't know if it was a camper or a bus. Kind of like a... everybody's converting them into buses now. Good truck there on Alistair. Let's see. Yeah, this is the old DAF. Meckages. Frog. Cool stuff on here. Trying to get inspired on what I want to build next. I'm trying to think of what we need. I'm trying to like keep moving on the progress of getting Tethys moving in the world. So that's kind of always in the forefront. Let's see how we are time-wise. We're 4 minutes out. I need to move the waypoint, so that's why I was kind of looking. All right, we're pretty good on time here. Let's go ahead and we'll keep looking at some of the Phil's, I forget what the car that's based off of, but pretty funny. I'm trying to think what else we need. There's not too much we need, and that's the kind of the problem. Yeah, so kind of, let's bring up Fluffy Pony IDE, and maybe I'll kind of start, or just moving here. I'll try to check on, try to start working on this nav system. At least kind of like how I want it to look a little bit. Let's find it, there it is, okay. So let's see, monitor, 2x2 monitor. Let's see, where are we at? UI builder. All right, so kind of what I was thinking was you would have line items and have a certain number. So like, for example, it'd be, how do I do open triangle? Size. I'm trying to think. Square. I forget. I haven't played with this in a while. Where's move. So something like, you know, they're going to be the same color, but I'm just kind of showing that it would be essentially line items kind of like this. So you'd have like the different lines for your different courses. So let's say, I don't know how many waypoints you want, like say 10 waypoints. Okay, so you'd have 10 waypoints and it would show you X, Y. So you'd have your X and your Y coordinates. It kind of, I'll do it in paint, would be a little bit better here, I think, to kind of conceptualize it. And I can't take the brightness, so we'll dim that out. There we go. All right. So kind of what I was thinking was we'll do it with frames. Let's do like a 5 Aroni on that. Do black. So something like this, you'd have your line selects. Okay, it's filled. You'd have your line selects like this. Okay, and then you would do. Let's see, we need to do a little math here. No, I don't need to do that math, but let's see. Then you'd have your independent waypoint box like this, essentially. Just cut that, put on a new layer. Why will not new layer? Anyways, you'll have a bunch of these boxes, and they'll be fucking Jesus. If I can get this to click the right button, we'll be in great shape. So you have a bunch of boxes that will be for your different waypoints, and so it'll be like that, and then it will be essentially you'll split them. So split them into 2 like so, and then you'll have your X. And your Y, like so, and then they'll fill in here, and then you'll have your line selects. So you'll have like a button. And let's see, whatever. So you'll have buttons on each line select. All right, so you click on the first one, and then when you enter that one in, it will put in the first waypoint. Then the second one, you click on 2, it will put in this. You'll be able to input your second waypoint, 3, 4, 5, and then when it when you get within, say, I don't know, 100 meters of waypoint 1, it will cycle them all up. So then waypoint 1 will become, waypoint 2 will slide up, and they'll all move up, and it'll be 1, 2, 3. So if you set in waypoint 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as soon as you reach 1, 1 will disappear. It will slide up, so it will go. Now you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. If you wanted to add on an additional waypoint, you click on it, add that in, and so then you can keep running. Let's say 5 to 10, probably do 10 waypoints, and that way you can order them out, and then it will clear and slide. Maybe I'll even leave them. No, I'll probably have them slide up. That way you can add the next position if you needed to. But something like that's what I was thinking. Kind of old school. I want it to be more manual. Like if you look at some of the aviation FMSs. So let's see. FMS. Images. So like this is the airplane FMS. So like you have these line select keys here on the, I can't see over my own color shit. Stand by. So like here are your line select keys on the FMS. So you have, line select 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I forget if they do left, rights or what. But then, so you have all your line selects. So if you wanted to put something in line select 1, you click on it and then you enter it in. And so, like, for example, if I wanted to change from to a different thing, I would line select 1, and then I would enter in what I want. So we're going from present position, PPOS is present position, to TACUB, which is a waypoint. TACUB is a 097, 3.2 nautical miles away. So kind of set up like this, where you would line select it, it would put it in, and then it's going to tell you the waypoint, the distance, you know, the bearing to, the distance, and the time for each waypoint. And then, you know, it says then the next one here is, the next one is Lipti. Lipti's 125 degree bearing, 11.4 nautical miles. And so you put those in like that. I think that's kind of how I want it set up. And then, like, I'm trying to see where the shows like waypoint. So here's like what it would look like when you input in your legs. No, that's not. That's an ATC log. What is that? Get out of there. Let's see. I'm trying to find if they have one where they're entering in a flight plan. So like here's a flight plan. Enter. Here's the legs on that. So I kind of like that. That's kind of the system I like. Like, this is a data page, so it'd be kind of cool to have some of this stuff. So if I open up this, piss off, Imager. So like here, you put in your, that's the airport is Seattle, SeaTac, I believe, airport. Long, that's the runway. This is the coordinates here. So, you know, that's what I want it to kind of look like from the game. Yeah, so stuff like that. That's kind of how I'm thinking I want the system set up. Kind of a little bit old school. I like that better than, you know, some modern moving map type of thing. I like that better. We'll see you later there, Amanda. Catch up on some chat. Yep, tomorrow, people in New Zealand. Am I gonna do Lua? Yeah, I'll do a little bit. Not gonna do it right now. Oh shit, we're turning. This doesn't have auto cancel on, so I gotta fix that too. So that's probably gonna go on a 2x2 monitor right here, and then that'll enter in the info, I think. Like, this was my Lua. I did this Lua on this one. Check the weather here. I probably have override on. There we go. Do I have the... Okay, I do have a tilt mast. So we can tilt our mast too. So in the event that we're going under a bridge or something, you can see we can tilt the mast. It'd actually probably go down lower now. But we can tilt the mast there if we have to go underneath a bridge or something. The cool thing, too, is when, you know, if we get, like, fishing pots and nets, there are a bunch of different lights that are used for fishing operations, like trolling, and so that would be cool to integrate some of those in, too. Read some chat. Any friggin' idea why distillation ports won't choose a fluid type when spawned? I've tried tons of different compartment sizes. They're based on the height from the bottom. Are you setting them at the correct height from the bottom of the chamber, Aaron? I can take a look at it, too. Yes, I'm aware you can use... I'm not going to do any of that hopper nonsense, and I'm going to wait for them to do pots. I don't want to do any janky nonsense. I'd rather have them make a innate, proper way to do it. Being my preference. You could, if you want to do a workshop link or an XML, if you want to send me that, I'll take a look at it now, Aaron. Can you place tires at the hull? No. I might add some decoration at some point, but I'm not doing it right now. I try to get the systems working first. I want all the systems working first. That's personal preference on what the aesthetics look like. Kind of like it looking cleaner than junked up with a bunch of shit all over it. All right, let's go ahead and we'll take it off autopilot and we'll bring it in on our own. Yeah, Aaron, if you want to send me a link or something for that, I can take a look at it. Oh, start coming down on port. All right, so we're coming in for this dock right here. Really? Yes. Like the like having the posts, the struts there. Yeah. All right, start coming down on port again. Get this to turn in on us. So I don't have any bow thrusters, stern thrusters, any of that. I have to use the screws, but with the variable pitch propellers, that makes it pretty reasonable. I can put it right where I need to. You know, with twin screw, you can pretty much do any of that anyway. It's not as precise, but you can move the ship how you need. So, all right, we're coming down on port here. I'm pushing up on starboard. All right, coming down on port hard now, pushing up on starboard. All right, port's dumped. Starboard's coming down. Left rudder. Left rudder, left rudder, left rudder, left rudder. Alright. Gonna go hard right rudder and back on starboard. Start coming up on starboard. There we go. Stop that. We're gonna come down on port. Pull in the bow. Alright, and there we go. So stepping in pretty nicely here. We're gonna step back on port just a hair and up on starboard just a hair to twist in. And we're going to keep this reversed and just up on port just a hair to pull the stern in. All right. Back on. There we go. Back on. And just twist in just a little bit. And 0. All right, good. Come up just a hair, twist off on starboard. 0. All right, just a little bit of a twist. There we go. And 0 out. All right, good. I'm content with that. We are docked. So asymmetrical thrust, you can do quite a bit. So let's go ahead and we'll start shutting down here. Declutch the props. All right, nice. Do I have infinite electricity on? No. Okay, good. I probably could have jumped off from the top. Let's see if I can jump off from the top. I don't have any access to the very top, so I should probably put some access so I can get up there. Don't have to pokey it and jump up like this. There we go. Nice. All right, let's grab the trusty pathway here. I gotta get this out in the workshop too. I still love this thing. This thing's hilarious. This thing's good. Yeah, the vanilla docks are too tall, you know. There are a couple in the north that are perfect height, that it's really nice. And just, I wish they had made them all like that, but, you know. I don't know. I think they might have done it for tsunami prevention, you know, which is kind of silly. It's like such a, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the tsunami bullshit anyways, and it's like, you know, it's kind of, not a huge fan of the tsunamis, and it's like, I think they wonder if they built the docks like that for the tsunamis, and then it's like, you know, you end up building it for this small thing, you know? But I don't know. That's just a hypothesis on my part. Alright, pathway, let's plug this sucker in so it gets a charge on. Beautiful. Alright, let's go and let's grab something to get around with. I was working on the motorcycle a little bit, and it was, it's going to have to be diesel electric because it just gets too cumbersome to put in a gearbox and the microcontrollers associated with it. You know, so I'm trying to come up with like a really super simple engine gearbox that's just very minimal for a generator, and then no transmission, and then run it as electric drive because it needs two-wheel drive to be able to just be operational. This is a good little car for just getting around too. Let's go headlights. There we go. Definitely driving like a maniac in here. We're doing about 150 when we hit the top of that hill. The rabbit, trying not to hit the rabbit. Oh, hit little bumps there. Big problem at 150 miles an hour. Tried to aim away from the, I really didn't want to crash into the rig. There we go. All right, good. So we got a good bit of diesel and jet. We're gonna let those fill up. Keep those filling up. They're on their way up. So. Not bad for a 3-cylinder. That's about 120 right there. Doing 140 miles an hour right now. Short wheelbase, it is prone to spinneroni, but it makes it easier to do turns too. This was made for that Sausalito race course, so it needed to be pretty twitchy to be able to make all the turns. Let's grab. So you close enough, I can probably bring you back, right? Yeah. All right, so we're working on that. Let's see. Do you have a link for me there, Aaron? What are you talking about? The car there, big man? Yeah, there's some pretty innate. Okay, working. Okay, working on it. Copy. We'll see you later, CG. Yeah, let's see. Let's save this real quick. 23. Let's load up the custom game here. I'm curious what the next, minor update's going to be. That'll be interesting. Twill be interesting to see what that's going to be. See what I've been working on here for everything. So cranes make good progress. Frog is pretty much mostly done. I just added a compass to Frog, but here was the motorcycle I worked on. So, this is the minimal amount of shit that it needs. It needs infinite electricity on, so. This is the minimum amount of shit that it needs to operate. Let me try to get it to sit back up on its balance. So, that's like the minimum it needs to be a diesel. And I would need to run, I need to run to the front axle too, or else it's just not going to be enough. I could try running 0 gear off the axle, but like, I might have rubbing. It could be the pipe rubbing there. I'm not 100%, so I got to play with it, but it's just, it does not like to be a, something is, it's not having fun, so let me see if I can play with it real quick, try to do a couple things here and see what I can do. I wish we could hook into the side of these hubs. That would be really nice, like have a different one, but, they talked the other day about how they don't like to add too many parts. It's partly understandable, it's partly not. Like, I get it, but it's also like, the one thing that Deltar said, in the Q&A that made sense to me, which before I was like, why be worried about part counts? And part of it is, for performance, and it does make sense. You think about it, if we had a ton more parts, that's just a ton of extra parts that need to be rendered in the game, and then you have, I would say mostly the multiplayer community bitches about the performance. So that's not down gear on the front at all, so that's why it's having a big struggle. So here, let's see. So that's, I get that, it sucks, but I get it, Yeah, see, that's not going to be down geared enough. Let me just try to down gear this a little bit to just play with it. Like, I doubt this is going to be possible to run like this. I'll down that, like, We'll down that off 9. Like, that helps a lot to do 2 wheels, but it starts to become very cumbersome, you know? And so, like, the electric one, if we grab the electric one runs and is more compact. And so, like, I was thinking do a diesel electric just for power generation because I can keep it much, much more compact. Yeah, because this is already 5 wide, you know. So there's nothing you can really do about it being 5 wide because of the way the hubs are, you know. Yeah, so it's just kind of it's a pain in the ass to try to get the engine in there and working right. Okay, he's sending me the link. Copy. Is it in Discord? I see it. Copy. Thank you. I may have seen the issue already. Let's see. So, how is this? So you're the block. There's a certain blocks that needs to be off the bottom, right? So how are you achieving that? It's 7 blocks for diesel, right? So let's see. So this would be diesel if it's 7. So that's 11. So that's fine for diesel. Make sure and then how would this work? Like, what is this doing? Yeah, so I don't know how, what is this? Yeah, so I don't know how this would work because, well, diesel would work because you could get 7, but you're not going to be able to get jet fuel, right? Definitely not going to be able to get jet fuel, so like, yeah, you're not going to ever be able to get jet fuel, so, like, one's in the platform. Okay, let's see. Sending link to build. Okay. Trailer works fine. So, what, this platform here? Okay. Well, the nodes have to be 7 off the deck for diesel. So, like, what is it? I'm trying to remember there, let's find mine build here. I forget the exact numbers off the top of my head, but because you said that's your issue. You're not getting what, jet fuel? You're just getting diesel. Is that the issue? Fuck. What happened to the rod? There was a rod in there. The rod disappeared. That sucks. So, like, my heights are... So, my diesel node is... I got 15 off the deck for the diesel node, and I've got... we are 29 off the deck for jet fuel. So it's based off the height from the deck is when it's going to change. The port won't even decide a fluid type. Yeah, it's based on altitude. Okay. So what's the issue? Like, what do you mean? It's not going to collect anything because you're not up to temperature, and they're not, you know, you're not up to temperature. You're not moving anything. Is there oil in here? There can't be oil in here. You can't spawn with oil. But, read the trailer ports. Okay. Like what? These ports? Let's see. Get up there. Okay, currently collecting diesel. Diesel. Alright, how do I read this one? Right here. Currently collecting oil. Okay. Crude oil storage. So you send oil in here, and this is just for diesel conversions? That's what it's doing? Yeah, I read them. This one says oil. That one is diesel. There are two of them. Diesel. So what is the issue? What's the thing that happens that you don't think should be happening? Okay, so it uses ports to separate jet from crude and diesel. Well, jet fuel, you need to be like, what is it, like 14, 15, I think it's 20-something blocks. Let me see if somebody wrote it down. I can never remember it. It's in my tutorial, but I forget the number. All right, so this is from one of my comments. Diesel will still distill 7 blocks above the bottom of your tank to 25. Jet fuel will distill above 25 blocks from the bottom of your tank. So how are you going to separate jet fuel out if the jet fuel port is not 25 blocks above the base? That's the question. Because you need to have the jet fuel distillation port 25 blocks above the base of the tank. You can distill the diesel away, then move the leftovers into a new tank and separate the jet by placing crude and diesel ports in the tank. So you're saying that's how it works, but you're saying it doesn't work. So if it was working, then you wouldn't be asking for help, right? So I don't know what you're talking about. Like, literally, the whole point of a fractional distillation tower is based on density, which is on altitude. That's the whole point of fractional distillation. That's why they set it up the way it is. So the way fractional distillation is supposed to work is you're supposed to put it in a fractional distillation tower that uses the height for density. You know, and it's using gravity to extract it via density. So let's see if I can click on this image and actually have it operate here. Why is it doing that one? Do this one. So, like, the point of it is it's supposed to be a vertical tower, and it's based on density. And so the more dense stuff is going to the bottom, and the less dense stuff is going up. And so you need enough altitude to get the dense stuff to settle, and the less dense stuff to rise. Well, there's less stuff. The less dense stuff actually doesn't rise; it's displaced by the more dense stuff. But yeah. So how are you expecting to distill jet fuel from less than 25 blocks? I think it's hard coded, isn't it? Problem is the port's not choosing a fluid type. Rig and distill fuel. I don't know what you're asking then. I'm telling you the basics of how this is working. Is diesel distills at 7 above the tank. Jet fuel is supposed to distill at 25. If you found some like workaround for the intended behavior, the jet fuel is distilling below the required 25 blocks, then that's a glitch. You know, which is fine, but it's like, you know, this should work for diesel because this is, I would say, 7 blocks above the bottom of the tank. So if you pump in oil into here, yeah, you should be able to get diesel from oil in this setup, but you would need to go 25 blocks above to get jet fuel. So here, let's try something. Oh, come on, stop hitting random shit. Keep hitting random buttons. At 26, okay, that should work there. Alright, so nothing's going in there, so it's not going to collect shit. So that's not going to collect shit, there's nothing in here. What happened? Why did my pipe disappear? Because I used to be able to pump out of this. Let's see, check this one, see if this one has a pipe. Why? Where does it say that it's supposed to choose it on spawning? I don't know. I've only ever seen them choose their fluid once they get up to have oil inboard in their at temperature. What is this one all fucked up here? Is this the wrong one? Let me check. Not gonna stay on this too long, but I don't know. All my systems work, so I just went to mine and it was working fine. So 214's the one I checked. Where's the hell's an older one? See if this one has a pipe. I noticed that, but why? That's... See if I can access the top of the other tower. Let's see, which ones do I have a drill on? There's a hole here. All right, good. Okay, yep. So this one spawns in showing jet fuel. Okay. That's what you're talking about, is when it first comes in, it should show it. All right, let's see. All right, let's see. Did that grab? No, it didn't. Okay, good. Where is Diesel at? Where are you at, Diesel? There. Where the hell are you, Diesel? You're right there. You're gonna be here, right? Okay, right here. Okay, that's it. And then we'll put a pinky here. Diesel, okay. Fuck, that's too small. Okay, so let's do a test. Forget I have to go over here to fix this sucker. So those are two fresh new ports. Okay, so some condition in that tower is not letting them choose. So that's, so like, I just put two new ports in here, and then they're selecting their fuels. So let's check. I'm not gonna be able, let's get player damage off so I stop breaking my ankle and making that terrible crunching noise. So that one's picking jet fuel. That's a brand new port. But the fresh dead tower was doing dick all. So that's interesting. So let's see if it's a volume problem. So I just put two new ports in there and selected its fuel. Oh, interesting. So that says currently distilling. So I'm curious if cutting a hole in this fucks it up for some reason. Currently collecting. Okay. Does it still work though? That's the question. Turn you on. So when I cut the hole in the side of the tower, it stopped showing diesel. So we'll check it here a second, see if it will make if it'll make it. If not, we'll patch that hole and we'll see if the hole's what causes the issue. Okay, so see there's the holes in it, so it's not filling at all. We're gonna probably get a friggin' oil spill warning here in a second. Okay, so let's patch this hole. Diesel. So it's something. I wonder, do you have a hole somewhere? So let's look. So if I bet you the top one's reading jet fuel now. So jet fuel. Okay, let's go over here. So it's if there's a hole in the tower, it is not choosing its fuel. So let's look for holes. So there's some condition that's not being met, that if a hole's in there, it is not in a sealed volume. So we'll check those for see if they're sealed volumes. Jump on the trailer. Jump, jump, jump. Jump, guy, jump. All right. Diesel, that one's fine. That one's diesel, that one's fine. Get upstairs, please. Thank you. All right, that's showing nothing. I should check this one more over here. Nothing. Nothing, nothing. Okay, let's check these. See what conditions not being met in here. So let me measure this really quickly. That is 11, so that should be enough. So where's the tit on this? Tit right there? Tit's right there, okay. So what is that? That is 7. 7 right to the tit. Let's move this one up one. Let's try something real quick. I think this needs to move up one anyway, but let's do this. Alright, let's do that real quick. Still showing collecting. Collecting. Okay. Let's go ahead and cut you and move you up one. Curious if that temperature probe is... This was right on the margins of being high enough, so... Collecting. Collecting. Trying to see what other conditions are in play here. Let's see. Diesel. I've got an idea. Let's try something. Okay, let's try something else. It's not that. It's off there. Let's try a pipe. Nope. Okay. Interesting. So let's see. That one's at least 7. We know that. That's 11 off the deck. Try this real quick. So one thing on some of them is they're enclosed a little bit. Let's play with that. Okay. Check out how these are hooked up. There. What is in the spawner? Oh, it's a meter. Okay. Try something else here. The hell is, what is this? What is this right here? Liquid meter, okay. That's what I thought it was. Okay, let's see what that's showing in here. Liquid level, fluid capacity, okay. So it's sealed. That one's definitely 7 off the deck. This one's marginal. This one's definitely 7 off the deck. Okay. So what is the condition that's causing this is the question I have. Just check pressures. Curious if they're pressurizing. Let's see. Diesel. Maybe they have to be painted yellow. The other ones are too, but jump on the railing, you dickhead. The guy won't jump for shit. Alright, barometer is probably gonna be better. I'm trying to test pressure with the gas meter. Okay. Stick a barometer in there is what I meant to do. Okay. Stick a barometer in there too. Because mine are having air relief on them. So that's 1. Okay. Let's test something. Get that pressure equalized. I should have checked it while I was there. I doubt it changed anything, but I'll check it. I'm not going to stick on this too long, but something's up with my tower is designed so that it is reading it off, and something's up with your tower, my God, English, with your trailer that it's reading. I'm trying to see what the conditions are that it needs to be met in order to get it. So let's go. So I assume they put a string of conditions in that makes it work or not. So, not that. Let's try something on your trailer. But like something in your trailer, it does not fucking like in here. Let's see. So does a fresh one do it? All right, so a fresh one is working on both mine and yours. The issue being there's something in the volume that it does not like over here that it likes over here. So that's interesting to me. Collecting, okay. Let's see. Oh, that's not good. Oh, it will fit in here. Okay, good. Did it say it won't fit in here? Thought it. Oh, fuck off. Come on, go back. What's up with the pump here? Now it's gonna stick it underground, isn't it? There we go. All right. Let's see what's up here. All right, jet fuel, and I assume that's gonna run diesel. So let's see why. I'm trying to think what's different between this tank. So let's do a duplication test. Jesus, mouse camera. All right, there we go. You. All the way down to you. All right, let's get all that shit. Let's copy this, push it over here. Jet fuel. All right, so this it likes this tower. So let's try something that I have an idea on. Let's check where's the meter in this bitch? Where you at, bitch? Right here. Okay, liquid meter. Uh, 1445. Okay. So. Probably not gonna like this one here, but if it doesn't like it, we'll just skip that one. $34.14, 2109. So I doubt it's capacity limited. 750, yeah, so I doubt it's capacity limited. What is different with the tower? Let's do this. Grab. Shit. Why is it not like this? Because your build's sitting in the air, that's why, okay. All right, so now that's running. Oh, I've got an idea. Okay, I got an idea. I've got an idea. Needs to be on the main body. This is on a separate body. Let's test out the theory. That is the theory that we're working with right now, is that it needs to be in the main body of the creation, which would make sense. So let's cut this. So we're going to cut it direct and straight. I'm going to stick it on this bad John here. So if theory is right, this should theoretically go to diesel when plugged in, sitting on the trailer. You're going to be a pain in the ass and cut. I don't care if it cuts that. That's fine. I just need this to work. All right, direct cut. Let's see what happens. Oh, fucker. Try to build up suspense here. Get on there, you dickhead. Nope, that says currently collecting. Interesting. So when this one is over there, it does not work, but over here it does. This fucking thing does not do anything. Interesting. So the thought process, let me check, make sure we're all in the same. Huh. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Because the other thing is, as soon as I cut a hole in the side of this, it stops running. So, makes sense. It needs to be an enclosed volume, so that's really not. But there we've got jet fuel. I'll make a from-scratch tank for this here in a second. That one's showing currently collecting. Okay. Oh my god. Just drag properly, you scumbag. There we go. Drag, 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 drag. It's gonna be too narrow. Fit this bitch in there. I didn't measure it from the bottom, but that should be high enough for a. Let's get it right on the money. Where's 7? That's 7. I think it's sub 7 now. Interesting. So this one's still running. So it's not like there's too many distillation ports and it eventually says there's too many on one thing. It has nothing to do with being pipe connected. It has nothing with having access to fluid ports. The room needs to be, it needs to be enclosed. So let's double check, make sure this is enclosed. Should be. This is, oh, you know what, I didn't merge this. That would be why. That's fucked up. Let me check this and fix that. This needs to move up anyway. Needs to go up 1 block. 1 block, and I merge it. So that's why that test didn't pan out anyway. And let's get a liquid meter. Stick you right there. Let's go like this just because I want to make sure that I don't accidentally cut it below 7 and then we get a bad test. Okay, showing nothing. What was the volume looking like in here? Fluid capacity 15. How the fuck is it only 15 in there? What? Oh, it's behind the block. That's why. Alright. It's gonna say. Alright. $15.62. Shows nothing there. Mine shows. These show. Let's try something. Am I off this? Come on, come on, come on. Drag correctly, you scum. There we go. Jet fuel. So it's something within this tower. It meets the conditions that it needs. So then this one's fucked. So let's go ahead and let's play with this design and try to get this to match. So something is up with that. So we switched the port that was working on that tower with the port that was working on this one. And let's see what it is. So let's see the exact heights. So let's try something first. So let's actually go back with that pink bullshit. There we go. All right, we sealed again. We theoretically are. Yeah. Okay. Let's find out where the diesel port is. It's right there. Okay, so let's go up. Yeah, it's right there. Let's just friggin' trim it so I know 100%. Yeah, okay. Okay. Okay, so those are at the same level, so there's something in there that it does not care for. So one thing you have on this is you have both ports. So let's try something with that, see if there's some bullshit with that it requires both ports to be there, which I don't think it would need to, but we'll see. Who knows how they coded it. Right there, maybe. That looks good. Okay. Drag, please, where I want you to. There, guy. Thank you. Drag here. Merge. Cut and trim. I'm just trying to go through the things that are different between our setups. Nope. This one. So it likes something in this tower. So what the fuck is in this tower that it likes? So this tower, volume-wise... I'm trying to think what else is in here that it would like. What else would it like here? We have airports to get it out. Because I was curious if there was a pressurization problem, because this tower automatically vents its pressure, but I don't think it's that. Let's try... We already tried piping on here. Let's... I doubt it's that, but we'll screw with it. Anyways, I'm just trying to get whatever is on that tower to kind of match up here. So spatially, these, you know, are going to be different. But it's got to be some key parameter that is missing on this pink tower that is on this tower. Because this port was literally on this tower, so it is this tower is set up correctly to work. Just got to figure out why. This trailer is set up to work correctly. We got to figure out why. So let me read some chat. Kind of getting into this. So. How's it going there, Daniel? Good to see you. I'm currently trying to see what the differential is in the towers to see why one is calling out jet fuel and the other one's not. Yeah, at first I was thinking it was the, it had to be in the main body, and it wasn't. So let's try something else here. Okay, let's try something. That could be an issue too. Let's fix this. I got an idea. I have an idea. This is fucked up right now. We got 2 blocks? 2 blocks, okay. This is gonna be dicked up right here. I gotta fix this, so let's go. Got a height differential now, which is not ideal. So, trying to get I want them to be identical in certain regards, and then you can see what is different then. So kind of a process of elimination of figuring what it is. What it is. So let's do that. Because it could still be a pipe problem. Nope. Interesting. So what? So volume is now, we know volume's different. So let's check volumes. Can I get at this friggin' thing? I know this is like 1442. 1445. Pardon. Make sure this one's still sealed up. It is. Okay. Let's fill this one with ballast. See if that will take care. Make sure everything's done there. Okay, good. Let's fill this with some frickin' ballast, man. Oh, shit. Cutting holes in random shit here. All right, and let's see, where can I put ballast? Probably starting here. Ballasting is fun. I'm gonna friggin' dragging a ton of block here to ballast. Your trail is gonna tip over like a mother when I put all this ballast weight in here. Let's get it ballasted up here. So that's on the nose. We don't want it on the nose. We want it cut out block there. Got another idea too that I know is on some of mine that would be kind of interesting to check out. So. And So that's got access. Right, let's run that. Try to get the volume down. Uh, 2101, so it's starting to get close. Can't get in there anymore to check the diesel. Oh, interesting. Alright, what? Let's see. I have a nipple theory here that I need to deal with. Let's deal with this nipple theory. Let's look at yours for the nipple theory. Nipple theory is confirmed there. Nipple theory is confirmed there. Nipple theory is confirmed there. Let's test out the nipple theory. Okay. So let's go in here, and then we want to go. All right, so let's test out this nipple theory here. Even further. So I'm going to part by part take this and start replacing the other one with it and see when it gives us the Eureka. Bitch is working. So let's go down 2 bang on that like that. Okay. I didn't mean to cut it. Paste it, and we'll take the copy. Yeah, fuck. My control just got fucked. Let's fix the control. Go. Check the control. Jet fuel. Okay, so that's currently not doing it. All right, so let's see when this says Eureka. I'm working, mother. MF. All right, so we'll grab the next section down to the top of the diesel. So there's something in that white tower that is working. And so I'm going to find out which chunk is causing it to work and which one's not. Jet fuel. Currently collecting, so that's nothing. All right, let's go to the next segment here. Where are we above the segment? All right, so we want to be here. And let's go all the way to here. So this is just process of elimination, trying to figure out which segment of the tower is the differential, essentially. Sick part is this is what I enjoy. Let's see. So this I gotta stick with this to get this to work. I probably should have gone 1 level lower. I'm gonna go grab 1 level lower because it's not going to attach properly because of the difference in this. Alright, let's delete that, and then let's see what this looks like in here. Alright, so the ballast doesn't matter, I don't think. I was going to say, did I leave a hole in the tower? I did not. Alright, so here we are at the base, so let's go ahead and put a block there. Fucker. Let's go put a block right here. My god, give me this block that I'm clicking on, game, please. There we go. Alright. And then that shit is now open to the elements. So I gotta clean up a bunch of this shit. Alright, there we go. Are we sealed? We're sealed in. Okay. Alright, so when does this become fixed? Okay, still not yet. So let's grab some more. Shit balls. Land on the top of the tower, please, dude. Jet fuel. Collecting. Okay. So, I'm curious if it's height of tower is something. Let's try something. Let's grab the rest of it, see if we get a clear. If we don't, we know that's not the fucking problem. Where are we at here? This level here. And then we'll try to build one from scratch. Then I'm gonna get the fuck off of this. Go play some Tarkov. Because I didn't plan on spending all day testing shit, so wanted to play. But okay, let's look. Right, that should be fine. Hopefully I didn't dick up anything on the tower. Gotta cut off this purple bullshit, this pink bullshit here. I was hoping it was the main body problem, but it was not. That would have been easy peasy. Beautiful breezy cover girl. Make sure we're merged out red. We are, okay. I need to put a new meter on there, so I should have a meter on here. I'll check all this shit in a second. Need a new liquid meter. What's that? It's the liquid meter in the front. Okay, we'll stick one there. All right. Collecting jet fuel. Okay. There's the meter. All right, we're not sealed, so that would be why that's not doing anything. Let's find where the friggin' break is. Right here. Okay. Okay, that's sealed now. Collecting jet fuel. Okay, so it's the same tower. What is going on? I'm trying to think. So it's not a volume issue. They're at the same volume, pretty much. Let's check all the parts. Make sure I didn't do a copy error. Let's do another full copy and see what happens. Yeah, because I was able to move the port from one tower, you know, put a new port in there, move one port that was not working to an area that was working. So we know it's not like, it's not a, I'm trying to think of the way to put it. It's not like it was, you know, the game was like, oh, this port is now saved and works. And, you know, the new part, you know, and it's a depreciated part that you no longer have access to. It's, because I literally traded out for a fresh port. So it's something innate to this tower that makes it work. So still interested in nipple theory. Okay, jet fuel. So direct copy works. Cut you. So we know that works again. Where's the next one? I can't see this tower. This one's tough to find. So my nipple theory is like, see how it's like this is sitting right above that, and so I'm curious about that. Let's see. Distillation port. Put 2 freshies on here. And then we'll put a freshie on there. So I was able to put fresh ports on last time, and it was reading fine. So let's check it again. Jet fuel. Okay, so it's something innate with this that's working. So let's build a fresh on this rig over here. So let's go. Let's do dimensions. Seven. Okay. Okay. Nipple theory test, essentially. Okay, nothing there. Okay, let's see. Let's do this really quickly. We'll go like this. Okay, what is the height of this? I don't want to fuck with my control too much. But. All right, we're going up to the height of the top of the port is right one under here. So we're talking that is 20. 20. Okay. Test something else here. I don't know if I tested this already, but I think I did, right? Did I cut these out and put in fresh ones? I think I did. Oh, come on. Just stick where I want you, you pain in the balls. There we go. There's one. Because, like, you have this block sticking out there, too. And I thought that might be causing it, but I don't think it is. Let me see. Where are we missing? This one here? Okay. Alright, that's done. And then what am I doing? I'm doing gap. Gap. And we go down. Down. Nice if I had some symmetry here. I'll just do it anyway. Trying to just see if I can get a fresh one to operate. Duels, I should have dragged them on the beginning. So that says access to the chamber. Currently collecting. What the fuck is going on here? Trying to see what is causing this. What's the center section look like in this? Central, all the way up, and then it goes to the first one. It's nippled right in. Okay, let's try that. I'm curious how it's measuring the distance, because it's distance based, so it's got to be something that's causing the measurement. So I wonder if that's it. Let me see. Something I've been thinking if it could be that, the way it measures this, the central distance. Nope. Oh, fuck. See how it's set up in here. Can't really see what's going on in here. Starts on level 2. I think it's, however it's deciding, which I don't know how it's deciding the height. I don't think, it's not a global height, it's the height off the bottom of the volume. It's potentially what it's doing. Alright. Yeah, I wish we could spawn oil, because then we could do an easy fucking test, but can't spawn oil, so that's kind of a pain in the balls. So what do you look like in there? Surrounded. Okay. That's the nipple test I was talking about, so let's try some of that. Where the hell is it now? There it is. I'll make sure it's sealed up too. Sealed. All right, so let's see. Where's the base that? Let's move it up one. I'm curious how it is determining the height above the bottom of the container, because that's the trigger for the which port is which. The height above the bottom of the container. So I don't know how it's determining that. Oh my god, if you just like land on the top of the tower, dude, that would make life a lot easier. Interesting. Alright, let's see. This is... Alright, I'm not working on this fucking thing anymore. So, spent the last hour working on this. Yeah, I'm just curious, like, so, you know, the underlying theory, which I think is probably correct, but I don't understand what it's doing, is I got to try to figure out, because I want to figure out what's going on, is the way that the distillation ports are telling if they're going to be diesel or jet fuel is they're working off the height of where they are in the tower. And so it's got to be a certain number of blocks off the base of the tower. And so, you know, if it's doing the certain number of height, a certain number of blocks off the base of the tower, then it is, you know, the question is then, how does it know and what can be in the way and still accomplish that goal? And that's kind of the problem, you know. You know, so like if we were to do this, you know, we know that's too low. And then I'm trying to measure here. Let's see. So that's 7 there. All right. And then we'll just do a random height here. But, you know, I can transplant my tower. I can change out these nodes. So there's something inherent with my tower that tells it the altitude that it needs to know that it should be taking out diesel or jet fuel. Once it knows that it's at the correct altitude, it then will report what it's going to collect. But I'm trying to figure out why is my tower underneath the map? That's interesting. So that's weird that my tower is underneath the map there. So now I'm thinking, is it only want to be a static workbench, a static bench? But you said your trailer's working, so yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, if you need to, just copy out this tower for now because it's working. I got to figure out. I'll eventually get back to it and I'll figure out what it is, but it's got to be the altitude issue. Because literally, this is like why I've come to that conclusion is like, this one works. It's identical to this one. Well, this one doesn't work because it was copied out. So let's see. Is this a full copy at this point? Yeah, so this is a 100% copy of this. And I copied it in parts. So this was copied in parts. So there's something inherent to this tower that tells it where the altitude is. And so it's telling the port how many blocks above the base of the container that it is. And so it's like, if we cut across... Oh my god, this fucking camera. It's my mouse, it's not the camera. It's my fucking mouse is on super high DPS. And it's supposed to automatically switch to lower, and I haven't fixed it. Alright, so like this goes center of the container there, you see it? So... it's going half bricks. It knows where the base of the container is. And it's telling the port where the hell that is. So now, of course, the container's open. So let's, like, do this really quick. So, like, that's sealed up. And then let's just seal a long string there and see if we get diesel out of this bitch. Like, we can cut off that diesel. Yeah, that should be diesel there. And I can transplant the towers onto the trailer and they work. So, like, that's still good. Christ on a cracker. So this one's saying currently collecting. Because I probably put a hole in it. I don't know. What's this one say? Oh, fuck off. Give me this. Problem is I just deleted something that probably would break it, so I'm not going to test this one again anyway. That says currently collecting. But this tower works, so I don't know. Does it even need to say the fluid before it works, though? That's the other question. Like, could I take this tower and still distill jet fuel out of it? Because the point's moot if it's just that it doesn't show that it's what it's gonna distill, and it still works. It's like, oh, why worry? But I don't play with some more. All right, I've had enough of that. I'm gonna go play Tarkov. All right, let's go ahead and thank the members. All right, thank you to Side Mountain, Connor Bull, Danny, Sergeant Chaos, Aaron Repairs All, Rasmus, Man of VR, Citrus, Anton Anderson. Thank you, Chicken Sora, for being a patron. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys have not subscribed, consider subscribing. And if you like the video, and we'll see you guys later. Bye.